let's talk about the focus and directrix of a parabola. Consider this horizontal line right here, which we're going to call the directrix, and also consider a focal point that we call the focus, F. Now, if you look at all points that are equidistant from the focus to the directrix, turns out that you construct a parabola. Take a look at these points P on our parabola. If we take the distance from F to P, that is the same as the distance from Q to P. F to P, Q to P, all the same distance. And that's actually how you construct a parabola. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the focus and directrix from a general or a standard form parabola. Now, when we look at the focus and directrix, it's easiest to look at them in terms of vertex form. So here we have vertex form, y minus k equals a times x minus h squared. One thing to memorize is that a is equal to 1 over 4c, where c is the distance from the vertex to the focus and from the vertex to the directrix. So if you know the vertex and you know c, you can graph this and find the focus as well as the directrix. Likewise, if you know c and the directrix or the focus, you can find the other things pretty easily. So, let's do an example. Here we have y equals 1/4 x squared minus 3/2 x plus 1/4. Let's first turn this into vertex form. And we'll do this by first moving the 1/4 to the left-hand side. So here we have y minus 1/4 is equal to 1/4 x squared minus 3/2 x. Now, when we complete the square, because that's where we're going with this, we don't want to have anything in front of our quadratic term. So let's factor out a 1/4 from both 1/4 x squared as well as negative 3/2 x. So here we have y minus 1/4 is equal to 1/4 times, here we have x squared, negative 3/2 divided by 1/4. Well, negative 3/2 divided by 1/4 is the same thing as times 4 over 1, and this is negative 6. So this is x squared minus 6x. That turns out pretty nicely. And we're going to have to add some number over here in order to complete the square. Now let's talk about what that number is going to be. Remember, we take the b, our negative 6, we're going to divide that by 2. So we have y blank is equal to 1/4 times x. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3 squared. However, in order to be able to complete this square, we have to add negative 3 squared over here. Negative 3 squared is positive 9. So I'm going to add 9 to this side. But I'm not actually adding 9. I'm adding 1/4 times 9. And 1/4 times 9 is 9 over 4. And therefore we have to add that to the left-hand side as well, which actually turns out pretty nice because 9 over 4 minus 1 over 4 is positive 8 over 4, which is 2. So we have y plus 2 equals 1/4 x minus 3 squared. So here is our parabola in vertex form. Now we have our vertex. It's 3 comma negative 2. That's done. And let's figure out what the focus and directrix are going to be. And the easiest way to find the focus and the directrix is to just make a graph and see where everything lies. So here let's graph our vertex. Here we have 1, 2, 3. On the y-axis we're going down 1, 2. Here's the vertex of my parabola. Now, because the x is being squared, I know this is an up-down parabola. And because my a is positive, I therefore know it's an upward parabola. So it's going to look something like this. So let's take a look exactly what it looks like, though. We know from an earlier formula that a is equal to 1 over 4c. Well, a is equal to 1 over 4, so that means that 1 over 4 is equal to 1 over 4c, which means that my c is equal to 1. Now remember that c is the distance from the vertex to the focus and to the directrix. Now, let's find my focus. If I go 1 this way, boom, here's a point. I can also go 1 this way, boom, here's a point. This point is at 3, -1, and this point right here is at 3, -3. Now, the question is, which of these is my focus? Well, it turns out that our parabola always opens up towards the focus. Now, since our parabola is facing upward, that means that it's going to be going this way, so my focus has to be the upper green dot. So just to show that point, I'm just going to do a little sketch of our parabola here. Here's our parabola, and there's the focus F right here. Now, our focus is at 3, -1. And my directrix is this line right here. And this is the line y equals -3. So here's my directrix, and here's my focus. Thank you for watching.